Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mahal Ansari. I'll be your moderator for today's talk. As a big sports fan myself and a big advocate for inclusivity and female participation in sports as well, it's an extra pleasure to welcome you to this sports-specific edition of our Education City Speaker Series. And I'm very lucky to be sat alongside a true champion here next to me who actually doesn't really need an introduction, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce her anyways. Sifan Hassan is a Dutch middle and long distance runner, an Olympic history maker, a winner of 3 Olympic gold and 3 Olympic bronze medals so far, and inshallah more to come.
Thank you, Jeff.
So we're here on a day where Qatar Foundation earlier today actually just launched its track and field program, which is the first of 5 elite sports programs that the foundation is going to offer specifically for women and girls. Sifan is one of our ambassadors for the track and field program, and she's a great role model to many women and girls who she got to also spend a large part of this morning with. Also, away from the track, she is a big inspiration, and we're really excited to be hearing more about her story here today. Just a few housekeeping things. Following our conversation, there will be an opportunity for a Q&A session. So if you guys have any questions that come up through the discussion, please keep them till the very end, and we'll have a chance to turn to the audience for you to ask them. This talk will be in English. However, there are live translation headphones there on the back at the left. So if you need one, you can let one of our ushers know. And also, if I can please ask you guys to silence your phones, just so we're not interrupted throughout the session. So without further ado, I think we can get started. Sifan, welcome to the Education City Speaker Series. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm really great to be here. I appreciate and thank you so much for inviting me here to be willing to share my experience.
So let's start at your very beginning, Sifan. You're born in Ethiopia, you go to the Netherlands at the age of 15. I'm sure by that time you probably had quite a few challenges in your life. And among all of this, when did you discover your true passion for running? And then when did you realize, wow, I'm actually pretty good at this?
In the beginning, when I came from Ethiopia to Netherlands, it was the hard moment because the culture is totally different, and especially I come to Netherlands in the winter, and I come from Ethiopia. It's like a very good weather, and people are always outdoor, and especially I grew up also in the village where I always play outside and enjoy running or play any football, any sport. And then and when I come to Netherlands, it's in the winter. Most of the time people are inside. I really struggle. I get depressed, and I don't have that much friends too. And I was like, I'm not even also indoor, and I don't really like that much stay behind the computer or using my phone. I really struggle a lot, and I told them to do some sport, and it is so hard in Netherlands to do much sport, and it costs a lot of money, and most of the running was the free things. And I remember, and they tell me you can do run. I was like, that's my favorite thing to do. And I went to go with some of my teacher, also some of my friends that was running, and then mostly I think I find it, I get great talent most in 2012, and I think I did like 1,500 meters, I ran 4:16, and I was, even after 2 weeks I dropped into 4:18, and then I was started dream about Olympics.
That's amazing to hear. Sifan, I'm going to ask you to reshare the story because I asked it to you upstairs and I loved your answer so much, and I want everybody else to hear this answer. So can you tell us when you started running as a child?
Oh, yeah, I in Ethiopia, run is part of the culture. Everybody run, and I grew up I was born in the city, but I grew up in the village, and we ran to the school, and I'm no morning person. I really like to sleep in the morning. And my mom always like, you have to wake up. She always wake up like, let me sleep, please. And in the school, when you're late, you get punished. So, and I always wake late, and I really have to run so hard to go to the class at the time. So that's like a part of really what every single day I have to run very hard to make up to the school, and otherwise I get punished at the school and go home also I get punished for my mother. So I have to run away from the punishment.
So that's some great motivation for you all. You never know where and how you're going to discover a great talent that you may have. Okay, my second question is, you know what's so impressive about you, Sifan, is there's so many runners that are so good at one distance, maybe two. I know myself, I attempt to run sometimes. I can't tell you I'm good, but when I do try to run, I have a specific distance that I'm comfortable in. But mashallah, what's so impressive about you is that you cover so many different distances, the 1.5K, the 5K, the 10K, the marathon. That's really such an amazing feat to achieve. So can you tell us what about you makes you so accomplished at so many different distances?
As a person, and what Allah give me a talent, I'm very curious person. I always, when I was a child, I want to become a scientist because I want to really find out what is there. I always really curious about something things, but I come up in run. So whatever it challenge me, and I want to really see the end. Sometimes I really run almost 3 hours, so to see the route of the end of the route. And I think the most things I get the talent is that I'm very curious, and when I do one thing, I get bored, and so like what new, what's that, and that's why I always jump into the other. I remember I did in Tokyo. I decided to do 3 distance and 1500 meter, 5K, and the 10,000 meter. After I get 2 gold medal and 1 bronze at the Tokyo, and that's the most stress time of my life, and everybody thought, oh, she's crazy, you're crazy, why do? I thought myself also I was crazy to do that. And alhamdulillah, and I get 2 gold and 1 bronze, and then after that, then I get bored. I was like, what now, you know? And I did this one now, and I couldn't I couldn't come up with something. I was like really struggling in 2022, and I was bored running. I was like, I don't see myself as becoming pro, and I was like, pop up the marathon things. I was like, oh, that's good challenge, you know. I really like the challenge, even if it's hard. I like the challenge. It motivate me. I like what is like. What I wanna try what is like. I think it's impossible, but also impossible. You know what is like not 100% impossible, but it's like also not easy. So I just want to challenge myself. I think that the reason I always try there, here, and as long as.
So, Sifan, I wanted to ask you this question as an athlete and as someone that likes sports. What keeps you going? Like when you're running such a long distance, what are you thinking about?
Believe me, I always, whatever, especially the marathon I do, I think I cannot finish. I'm not really have that great positive in my head, and I always have like a lot of doubt. Like, no way I'm gonna finish. This is gonna be. But I always, like I say, I just keep going. I don't wanna give up. I hate giving up. Like if it's not harming me, you know, if it's harming, you have to give up. But if it's not harming me, if it's not bad, but I try to like see the end and see finish, because we can't read the future, you know. We don't know what is we're gonna do in the end. Maybe we are number 5. Maybe the other gonna struggle. We become winning. So especially in Tokyo, when I fall down and the last 300 meters I went, and that I really learned big lessons. That okay, you don't know even the end. Just try to keep going. That's I struggle, especially the marathon. I don't know for some reason in the beginning I struggle until the first 10K, the first 15K, when people actually enjoy the marathon, I really struggle. I just say myself, just keep going. I don't like to give up. I think that's the things it make me more motivated. It's not like I have really great. Maybe many people always like many things, negative things come to in the heart. They give up, but don't give up. Everybody, I have the same. You know, I always like, no, I can't. But just try to move as much as possible.
So let's talk a bit more about the Olympics. I'm sure many of us here, if not everyone in this room, watched at least some part of the Olympic Games, and many of us have dreamt about what it would feel like to participate in one. It's obviously such an honor to be able to represent your country on an international stage. What did that mean to you specifically, Sifan? Not only to compete, not only to win medals, but to make Olympic history.
I have been, I have been in Olympic before Paris, but this Olympic is so much mean to me because I have never ever dreamed about becoming the marathon champion, becoming the medallia ceremony at the close ceremony, getting the medallia. It was like. This is, I thought in Tokyo, this is the years I have trained hard, but the Paris was, I really trained so hard, I was overtrained actually. 3 weeks before the Paris, and I was overtrained. I couldn't even push myself. I was so tired, and I did some races before that. It was so bad, and I couldn't even finish the race, and they told me you overtrained. I was like, okay, great, alhamdulillah, I think I'm alive. and I thought, oh, my Olympics is over, you know. And so I pushed myself so hard that I overtrained. Alhamdulillah, when I come to Paris, and it did end up with a beautiful medal. I have dreamed about it, especially the closing ceremony make actually more beautiful, and it's in my sport career, I cannot dream more than that, and I'm so grateful for that.
MashaAllah, that's really such an impressive thing. And just to tell you guys that if you were not aware, that Sifan is the only female to have won an Olympic gold in the 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer and marathon, which is truly amazing. So, Sifan, you're clearly a very big inspiration on the track, but you also do quite a lot of work off the track as an advocate for positive social change. So can you tell us a little bit about your work off the track and what you do in that sense?
I really like hiking, and I have a big family. I really like to play with my brothers, and I like to go out with my friends, drink coffee, and sometimes, I really enjoy the community. I like people. I like the family, and I also like other sports, you know. And just sometimes I box with my brothers, and you know, I try to beat them.
Sifan can box for 5 minutes straight, by the way.
Because I do endurance, you know, I'm marathon people have a lot of endurance, and I try to involve rock climbing. I do aqua jog, and I do biking, and I really like to. I think I'm addicted to the sport.
Sifan, when it comes to encouraging women and girls to participate in sports, what kind of advice would you give them as a great athlete that's accomplished so much, or not just women and girls, actually anyone that's passionate about sports? What advice would you give them?
I'm gonna tell them, you know, sports is very important for our life, for our confidence, for our brain and mind and body, you know. When we do sport, we get strength, we become more stronger, and when we become stronger, we become more confident. When we become more confident, we know what to do, and we don't actually, you know, people who have less confidence, they always do bad things, especially, you know, the young generation, or even the old. It's good to exercise, it's good to move around. I don't care what they do, either running or basketball or playing, just do exercise or jump rope, and it is good, you know, for your longevity and for the brain and for the mind. And it's after the sports is actually, they did a lot of study. The people who sport have more longevity, and after the sport is good diet. That's also how to involve the good diet. First, you have to sport. If the sport, you don't want to actually it's healthy, and it is. I'm gonna tell the young or to everybody, you know, if you wanna run, first start walking and then running slowly and build up anything. Just don't jump to push yourself that you hate. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Especially for female, they need to become stronger. And right now, this society, it is about social media, everything, a lot of fake, and people look at each other, they are not happy about themselves. So that's when they do sport, when they exercise, they become more strong, more comfortable, happy about themselves. It doesn't matter how we look like. So we are great, we are beautiful, and the way we are, we're all beautiful. It doesn't matter which color or the way we look. It's like, if we have confidence, we don't need anything.
Truly inspirational words there from Sifan.
Thank you.
Now, Sifan, during the Olympics, mashallah, as we mentioned, you ran 3 distances during the latest Paris Olympics, the 5K, the 10K, and then the marathon. And doing all of that in one Olympics is amazing. Can you talk to us a bit about your preparation? I know you ran the marathon very shortly after you ran the 10 kilometers. You did not have much time to recover at all. So what was going through your mind, and what did you do to prepare for that and to make sure you're ready?
It was like, I remember I did the 1500 meter, 5K, and I get the bronze medal because like, I know it's so much left inside when I did 5K, but I was, because I overtrained, I thought I didn't recover yet, so I was like holding myself back. But when I finished with the bronze medal, I was so grateful. I was like really beyond happy. But the 10,000 meter when I did is like, for funny things, after the 5,000, 10,000, whatever I was doing, every single night I was thinking, why I'm doing this? Why I only did focus about marathon? I'm not gonna finish. Everybody gonna laugh at me. Everybody's gonna say, oh, she's crazy what she's doing. I was trying to really, I was talking every single time to myself, and it felt like to see fun and confident and talk to myself.
Sifan, this is how I feel running on a treadmill every day for 3 kilometers.
It's true. It's I did for 38 kilometers. I was really in Paris talking to myself, why I did this, why I only didn't focus on the marathon. See, I'm good, I'm with them to 38, see, and now they're gonna beat me because I did the 10K, 5K, alhamdulillah, Allah saved me.
And I know the ending of the marathon was very, very dramatic to watch. That sprint finish that you had, you beat your closest competitor by just 3 seconds. So can you tell us about that experience and how you felt in that moment?
You know what funny things? And wherever I go, I always have drama. I don't know why. Wallah, I'm not kidding. And this Olympic, I say, alhamdulillah, I'm gonna finish with the drama. And in the end of the last 10 seconds, 15 seconds, see, we push each other like, really? This is gonna happen? I don't know why. Like, I don't really want any attention, but the attention follow me, and I just don't want a drama. Also, the drama just follow me. Maybe I was born for that.
Hopefully, no more dramatic moments.
I hope so. I hope next Olympic I finish without drama.
As an ambassador for our track and field program here at Education City, what inspiration do you hope to leave with the women and girls that you will interact with?
First of all, I'm really grateful to be here. I'm really grateful to be here. And number one, I'm also say to you guys that like Carta Foundation, thanks so much, because it's like, the first thing, the movement is the thinking. Number one, they think this, and people, if they think and they can practice or they can try, and the amazing thing that they think about this, because this maybe now start, it's later to believe me, gonna be huge. That's because I have experience. I think about it, and then you act about it. If you don't think, you never act, and that's so great that they think about it. They're gonna take not only in the Qatar, I think it's gonna take whole the world, and especially it's good to help. The female. The female is the generation, and these female one day they're gonna grow up and become a mother. When they become a mother, they're gonna teach the children to exercise, and exercise is great for child, you know, especially right now, children are like, with a phone is very bad. It's like the same as addiction to, it's the same like you addict to the alcoholist or drug. It's not good to the brain of children. So when they are actually making the female more exercise, making the female more confident, she's gonna become the great mother, become a great generation. Actually, it's good to focus on the female because she's the one who will be roots to become holding the great generation, and I'm really happy to be part of you guys.
Sifan, do you feel like your faith has a part to play in this, and you being a true inspiration to the women and girls, and your experience maybe at the Olympics?
Yeah, for me, it's like my faith is always be part of me. You know, I went to Netherlands when I was ages 16, 15, and I had no family there to guide me. And I could ended up, you know, in Netherlands, in Europe is a very free country. And as a child, you need somebody who guide you. You don't do this, it's bad, it's good. I could end up become bad roots. But alhamdulillah, I was like practicing my faith. That's actually when I started really practicing my faith. And then I was like, when my friend invited me to disco, to do the drug or alcohol, I couldn't really done anything because I said it is haram, I can't do. So alhamdulillah, Islam is actually become one of the great, show me the route, you know, the path. It is, to me, it was easy because of my religion. It's show me the right path, you know. Sometimes I fall off the path, but I know the path is, alhamdulillah, it happy me. And also it happy even still now, and sometimes I lost and I don't get depressed, you know. Even when I say, okay, it is what it is, I'm gonna be better and whatever. I remember in 2023 at the World Championships, 20 meters before the end, I was leading, I fall down. I just wake up and say, alhamdulillah, okay, this is what it is. Now Allah did it right for me, and it's going to become something great. I say, alhamdulillah, already Allah gave me so much, it blessed me. And then after 6 weeks, I raced marathon, and I ran the second fastest time ever in Chicago. And then I was like, see, that's it, alhamdulillah. This one day is up, one day other day down, and my faith helped me a lot. And I'm so grateful, I'm happy and to be a Muslim. And
MashaAllah, that's some really great advice. Thank you, Sifan. And just to put things into perspective for everyone, at how impressive Sifan is at running, and I was just talking to her about this upstairs, her 10K time is my 5K time. And her marathon time, I don't even want to imagine how long it would take me to run a marathon, but mashallah, she runs a 5K in about 14 minutes, which to anyone who knows or has run before, that's actually very impressive. And her 10K is under 30 minutes, which is also very, very amazing. So Sifan, I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of questions that they do want to ask you, but before we get to that, just to wrap things up, can you tell us about what's next for you? Mashallah, you've already achieved so much. I'm sure winning an Olympic gold in all these 3 distances is already a huge achievement for you, but are there any more dreams that you still feel like you want to fulfill?
Yeah, I have so much dream, but you know, the funny thing today, this is the first time I celebrate long. Whatever, for some reason, if I win, and after one day, I'm like, okay, whatever. And I move on. Actually, when I lose, I stuck on it because I want to like, why? You know, I ask myself why, and I learn from. I want to get better. But this is the first time I'm really celebrate. I'm more grateful, and I think the marathon is because you know, it's so long distance, it's so hard, and they reward this more, I think. And I'm gonna try to see how fast I can run marathon. And I think it's so painful, and I'm addicted to the pain, I think.
Currently, it's an Olympic record that you have 2 hours, 22 minutes, I believe. So
Yeah.
faster than that, mashallah. We'll all be waiting to see.
Inshallah.
Sifan, it's been really amazing to hear your story. I'm sure the audience has so many questions that they want to ask you, so we'll turn to them now. Everyone, please make sure that your question is a question and not a statement. And please try to keep them short, just so we can get through as many questions as possible. We'll start right here in the front.
Assalamu alaikum. I just want to ask you, what do you want to tell also Muslim women? As a woman who is Muslim, who's also went on a podium with a hijab when you were in the France Olympics, and we all know how France Olympics had the spotlight in regards to covered up Muslim women. What do you tell us, Muslim women who like to run internationally, not only locally?
To me, you know, look, I wear the hijab, but here is above and is, mashallah, here is A'udhu Billah. And seriously, I don't know, in a lot of society, they think Muslim female are weak. I don't know why, and they always think they have their opinion. They always follow. They put the hijab because of somebody told them, and that's the reason. And when I was like it was like as a young, I never dreamed so much about the Olympic, even when I wasn't not as good. And to me, it was like, Alhamdulillah, Allah make it really perfect. I was always thinking, like, one day I want to become at the something in ceremony and wear hijab, you know, and Alhamdulillah, that make it. And for me, I was so proud, and I'm Muslim, and I'm Olympic champion. I'm strong. I can be a Muslim. I can be strong. I can be smart. I can be intelligent. You know, Islam is even tell you to learn and to become fit, to become strong, and that is what a Muslim. But I don't know why a lot of time they misunderstand about the religion. The amazing, beautiful. Actually, it's one of my God, is the one who guided me to the right to make myself strong, to get confidence, to even when ups and downs, teach me how to handle the ups, how to handle the down, and but the society misunderstand, but it worked for me, and that's how I lived my life, and that's what give me. I don't know, they say Islam doesn't give female confidence. To me, it gives me confidence. Wallahi, the Islam is who teach me actually how to live life, how to talk to people, how to, when I'm down, how to handle it, and when I'm happy, how to handle the happiness, and how to move forward, how to learn, how to become strong. And even I'm going to tell Muslim women, you have to be strong, you have to exercise, you have to be self-confident, you have to be grateful, and even pray 5 times daily. Pray is like, you should be grateful to that you have 5 times daily pray that which you God or which you serve, sitting down, that actually teach you to self-control, to do something. Sometimes maybe you don't want to pray, but you pray that you control yourself. And the fasting actually teach you a lot of discipline, As to me, it's like you should be more stronger, exercise more, be happy that you're Muslim, be grateful because they know what's your role, and they teach you a lot how you great as a female, and learn the positive. Don't listen what the other people tell you. They don't even know about the religion.
The gentleman here with the yellow shirt.
Welcome to Qatar, Sifan Hassan. I'm very proud to see you here like a face-to-face TV and then here. My question, what's going on in the last 200 meters of the race when you're running? Last 200, when you're sprinting, in your mind, what you're thinking?
The last was like, the going also was like, I was like, oh, I'm going to win. Or like I was just want to finish, so I was like try to. Oh, I'm already at the finish line, at the position of gold medal. But I telling myself, oh, do your best, focus, go hard as much as possible. I take the last five minutes. I get dizzy, but I was like looking up, and I was really looking a lot of back because I really get, because of the heat, I get dizzy, and I'm telling myself, no, calm down, just try to move forward and cross the line. I just want to cross the line.
There is a question at the back.
Hello, welcome in Doha, Zamar. First of all, I have many questions, but I will give you some few questions. First one, you think this your top, you reach your best, or you have more to give? Second one, what's your strategy in marathons? When you started, so you have a negative split, positive, or just you follow the rhythm and the flow?
I think let's answer them one by one.
Yeah, one more and that's
Yeah.
all. And what's your advice? You know, I think you experienced, you have been here in Doha before in the world champion, and you know how it's hot and how it's humid here. So what's your advice for training and exercising here and running in Doha in such humid and hot weather?
So first question was, do you feel like you've reached your best, or do you still feel like you have more to give?
You mean at that race or in the future?
In general, as an athlete, as Sifan Hassan, do you feel like you have more to give?
Alhamdulillah, I'm alive, I'm healthy. I think I have more to go. That's really beautiful. Alhamdulillah, I get gold, but I'm still fit and I'm healthy. And if I train it, and we will see what is going to happen. But that's the highest success in my life to ever get it, and that's beautiful. And
Inshallah, more medals to come. Inshallah, we'll be watching.
inshallah, inshallah.
The second question was, what is her marathon strategy? Yes.
I don't know if you do marathon if you have a strategy. The things is like start slow. They might try to save, you know, I'm gonna say, try to deal your energy a very good way. Other way, if you start too hard, you're gonna burn out, and that's what I'm telling myself. I try to save energy or think about my energy, how to go to my energy. So that's like I have to try to save my energy as much as possible. And the second is to just never give up, do my best. I think one is do your best, you know, do your best and be smart when you run marathon. Other way, like if you start too hard and after 10K you burn a lot of glycogen, then you cannot do anything.
Yeah, mashallah, Sifan, I've watched a lot of your videos, and you're well known for, you know, keeping at the middle, the back of the pack, and then whizzing past everyone.
Yeah, exactly. That's my strategy.
Yeah. So at what point do you realize, okay, now I'm gonna go for it? Is there like a specific time, a specific distance?
I feel very well at 20K. That's why it's like I say you have to be smart also, because in marathon, in the B2, sometimes you feel great and you go hard and smash. So I feel really good at 20K as like try to go, and they was talking, oh, what she's doing. They say, I hear Ethiopian language, they was like talking to each other, what she's doing. The other guy say, she's going. I'm like, I hear like, oh no, I'm not gonna go, I stay behind. and then I was feeling the last, and then I was go back, I say, no, it's too early, you know. And then I said, 1K, I feel good, but they try to, they push a lot. And so I say myself, no, today is the day I will do everything perfect. And I know that I have kick, so I will stay until 100 meters. But I actually moved 115, but I was actually trying to stay until really the last 10 meters. 20 meters. Alhamdulillah, but it doesn't matter what I did, I get away with it.
It worked. Sorry, his last question was, what advice do you have running in humid conditions or in harsh conditions, maybe sometimes?
Yeah, they what I learned from here a little bit, what I see in this couple days, I think it's not, I know it's outside is crazy warm, but it's also because inside is too cold. You guys did unbalance. But if you really deal with it, it's better maybe a little bit increase the inside. The inside, the cooling, just make warmer, like 25 or something. So when you go outside, you don't get shocked. And I think because of the inside and the outside is different, it is hard to go from 18 or from 19 to go to 36. So it is better to you guys a little bit. They use less air conditioning. And heat is not bad, actually. It's good for your cardiovascular because you're going to increase the blood plasma. I train sometimes in the heat. It's like I train sometimes in 37 or 38 to increase my blood plasma. It's good, actually, for your heart. And it's just, see, it is good for me. If you guys tell you it's good for you guys. And get after the run enough electrolyte because you're going to sweat. And it's not bad. It's healthy, alhamdulillah. And it's nature. We cannot change the weather. That's how Allah made it. And just deal with it, and it starts moving slow by slow.
Just deal with it. I think that's great advice.
Alhamdulillah. Allah bless you with more than this. And in Europe, they have snow, This is good. So we have to deal with it.
We have a question from the gentleman here in the first row. Yeah, they're getting you the mic. Who's, mashallah, a great triathlete that we have in the community here in Qatar.
Thank you, appreciate it. Sifan, it's such an honor to have you here in Doha. I'm one of your biggest fans since 2019, since you competed here in Doha, the World Athletics. Every time you astonish us with the greater and greater performances. We all know that different distances require different training. So we see athletes moving from 5 and 10K to full marathons. I've never personally seen someone doing all of them at the same time. So my question is related to your training, actually. How do you manage to get all the mileage in for the full marathon training, at the same time maintain the top speed for the 5K and the 10K, 1,500 meters? I think because you're one of a kind, I don't think we all can do it.
Thank you.
So please, I can explain that. Thank you.
That's actually the hardest moment for me to, especially, it's easy to go from the short distance to long distance, especially to marathon. But it's so hard to come back from the marathon to 1,500 meters because when you do marathon, or I'm going to tell also here, if you do long distance, you really have to know your energy. You have to build up slowly. Don't push yourself too hard, even if you're going to race or training. First, like slowly, because you have to, when you go slow, you start in teaching your body to burn fat, and if you go hard, you immediately burn galactic. And so it's the other is more burn, deal with your energy very well. And so when I back to the marathon, and I already tell myself when I go to marathon, go slowly, hold back. When I'm back to the 1,500 meter or 55K, you have to push yourself. So it was really challenging my brain, and I want to go speed, but I hold back myself. But it's like, it's practice make you perfect. Keep practicing, keep training, I think that's what the practice is, the one who make me perfect. And I like also challenge. I think I get bored if I do only marathon, but when I back to the speed, it's also good for the body and for the brain doing both. And it's also it's healthy. Also, it's less injury to do both, and you also more. I enjoy more also because I don't do only the longest and always making kilometers and they used to believe it's impossible, but it's actually possible. I think many people are gonna do it, and maybe all of you can try sometime 200 and go run marathon too.
Yeah, Sifan, I'll try 200 meters, 1K, and 3K. That's my max.
Yeah, and the 21K.
We have a question over there in the back. Yep.
Hi, Sifan. Training well also goes with eating well. So my question is very simple. What is your favorite food to eat before a marathon or a long run?
Oh, before the marathon? You know, before the marathon, I have to consume a lot of carbohydrate, and what I don't like it. I don't really like it. I don't like the sugar, and they told me I have to consume. But mostly, I like my favorite is more Ethiopian food and sushi, Japanese food. So I like fish. I'm really crazy about seafood, and when I go to Japan, that's my. I think because of the food, maybe I'm gonna move to Japan.
A question from the gentleman with an orange shirt here.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
My question is, did you plan to win in 3 competitions with your coach in Paris, or not, or only in the marathon?
Yes, I plan. I plan to do the 3 distance, but winning, I wasn't. No, I don't know. I was like hoping, inshallah, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do my best. But when it come to the race, come to the final, I was really nervous, and I didn't even know that I'm gonna finish. And I plan to do 3 events since 1 year, I think. Because the marathon come later, you know, I done before, but the marathon I start in London. And when I was trying to do the London, when I stop, I straight I run, and alhamdulillah, I win.
You stopped and you stretched and you got water.
Yeah.
And you still won.
Yeah. Yeah, you know the water thing? I had a Ramadan whole month and I didn't practice. I don't know how you drink water. So when the first time was in London to try to drink the water, I was like, the water doesn't go in and the water go out. I was like, okay. Sometimes I really pass the water line. I see that's like what they're doing, and they have to get the water. I have to get the water also. So I just do whatever they do.
We have a question from the gentleman over there.
Goedemiddag.
Goedemiddag.
I'm from the Netherlands, and apologies for our weather climate. I'm also a runner, so I'm hugely impressed by what you're doing, and I'm immensely proud that you're representing my country. My question is, how do you organize your recovery? When do you start pushing again after such amazing activities?
Yeah, and the first I have to practice before the championship or before the Olympics to teach the body I'm gonna do that thing so I don't get shocked. The second, I'm focused on the nutrition. I'm really big fan of eating healthy, and I try to consume healthy fat. That's what you recover, like fish or like nuts. A lot of things. And the second, I try to also get more protein. Oh, I think she asked me what I like to eat after the marathon or after the race. I really like to drink milk after, especially fat milk. I think that's give me more protein, and I get also healthy protein, healthy carbohydrate also. That's how I recover, and I try to drink the orange juice, and mostly I focus on the nutrition, and I try to calm myself down and forget about the prevent race, you know, whether I'm happy or sad. Try to calm myself down and be grateful for what are, you know, if we are grateful for what we have, and even the things doesn't go well, but we look it could be worse, you know, and be grateful. Oh, I'm here. They are, you know, I'm better than the other. We look actually the less than the one who have less than us. It's that actually make you be grateful and you become fresh. It's mostly be grateful for what I have. And I was actually really grateful in Paris. I tell myself, Alhamdulillah, I'm here. You know, I'm actually here with a 3 distance, and so many people didn't even to make Olympics.
We have a question from the lady there in the back in orange.
Yeah, hi, I'm an early runner, emerging runner, if you could say. And I'd like to know, what do you do for leg pain, especially lower leg pain or ankle pain?
Sifan was actually just telling us upstairs that she feels tight everywhere.
Yeah, you know, I'm you guys see me as a winner, but I'm also very lazy sometimes. When I break, I really take like 2 months off and not run, and I always like, next time, you know, I'm gonna start early. Wherever I start, I have everywhere pain. My toe pain, my leg pain, my everything hurt. And then I tell myself, next time, I'm not gonna do, but I do it over and over again because I'm like, I really enjoyed family and I do exercise. I think it's you run and do more gym. So that's how you make it strong and make the blood flow. And also the running or the whatever you do, don't do every day, or make slowly build up and don't jump to run immediately so long, or start walking and make actually tell the body and the brain, you know, it's first slowly but slowly. This is the way it works, you know. They have first the nervous system, the neurology have to know, I used to do these things. So it's good. I know that's how it hurt when you are early runner, but it started to do a lot of gym also, do a lot of cardio, and just, you know, it's just to your body, and that's what I'm going to say.
A question in the front here.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I just want to know how you deal with responsibilities, socializing, and then training, like with all of these responsibilities.
I deal with this. We all human beings. We are not perfect. Going to be always, you know, challenge, and everybody has his own weakness. Close the door, you know. When we see each other, we'll act like we're perfect. Nobody's perfect, you know. We all have weakness, and just try to be a human being. Try to move forward, and when things doesn't go, make also a little mistake, and that's the way it is. And I try to do my best. That's I can do. And things go wrong. Okay, what can I do about it? Just do my best and try to tell. You know, we all the same. As the end, we all the same. That's how I deal with the responsibility. I know I'm not perfect and I'm not special. Maybe I'm good at running, but there's something I'm terrible at it. And somebody good at teaching, but is bad at maybe, you know, painting or teaching, talking, you know. It's not everybody's perfect, so that's how you deal your responsibility. If you do your best, that's you cannot do more than that.
Question from a lady on the third row.
Hi, Sifan Hassan. It's an honor to listen to you, really. My children and I were really excited to watch you during the Olympics, mainly because of the drama, actually. Because you make the running look so exciting and so fun, and we just can't wait for your sprint finish. So the question is from my son, actually, and my daughter, who's not here. How do you get such an amazing sprint finish?
I think maybe I'm scared to push myself early in the race. I'm saving more energy, and I also do really a lot of gym. I'm always spend a lot of gym myself. That's when you do many gym, you will be more explosive and more faster. And background I did when I was young, especially I want to tell also many people, when they are young children, they make them do more speed and more sprint and do many sport. And I'm involved also with the many sport, not only running. I do biking, I do play around, I do so many things. I think that the reason, because I don't do only things. So, you know, if you only do long distance, you're gonna teach the only body to be slower and go longer. But if you do many things, and you teach the brain, the body to involve in hard situation, so you can come out when it's needed.
You have a question? The young boy here in the front.
No problem. Just calm down, ask.
He would like to dare you to a run. Now he's too embarrassed to ask.
Are you gonna run with me?
There is.
You think you can beat me? I don't think so.
There is actually a chance to run with Sifan after this. She's going to go on a group run on the Education City pitch, so maybe something.
Oh, I'm
can join.
scared now.
Question right here on the third row.
Hello, everybody. Today we talk about the sport for female. How does the female athlete deal with the philosophy changement during the training and during the competition? To take medicine or anything? You understand my question?
Yeah.
Physical.
Like physical changes as a female, like
female.
dealing with.
When they get older, right?
No, like over the course of time during a run, maybe hormonal changes or something as a woman.
Yeah, this one.
Oh yeah, it's like weather of Qatar. You have to deal with it. It's just the way nature. it's nature, you know. I had sometimes sometimes my hormone up and down. That's just it's the way it's nature. We cannot do about anything. Yeah. They just deal with it, you know. They say, okay, today, tomorrow gonna be an amazing day, you know. No excuse. I try to not make excuse of myself, even though things is not good, you know. So it's past, you know. Today we talk here. After a couple of days, this is past. So about the hormone also today past, but you're gonna have couple times great hormone, go up, pick everything, smash it, feel confidence. It's not gonna stuck there, you know. That's how you believe. It's not gonna always stay there. So it's alhamdulillah that we have changing. Actually, changing is good.
Guys, the answer is always just deal with it. So
Yeah.
whatever question you may have. Question there in the back.
Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Wa alaikum salam.
I just have a question regarding mental health. So, as a high-performing athlete, how do you check in with yourself to prevent yourself from reaching the level of physical and mental burnout? Do you ever experience burnout?
Yeah, I did 3 weeks before I burn out, and the overtraining is a kind of burnout, and they think it's actually to most of the time if you know everything is there, and sometimes sometimes we happy, sometimes we depressed, but it is the way of nature. That's the way it is. We're gonna be sometimes sad, sometimes happy, and most of the time we think, oh, if we are religious, we're gonna be always happy. No, it's not. Sometimes we're sad, you know. Sometimes they think it doesn't work. Sometimes we hate to train it, but we have to go and always try. I tell myself, try. I try to recover, try to see the positive way, and even the things that's not positive, try to just move forward and learn from the past, and just tell, you know, today's dark, tomorrow be light, you know. We have every night dark, and this is tomorrow is light, and just tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna get better, and always see, you know, be grateful. Most actually the great answer is be grateful that it could be worse. So I always say to myself, it could be worse. Alhamdulillah, I'm alive, I'm healthy, and even if I broke my leg, alhamdulillah, it didn't chop off, you know. Thank you.
We have time for one more question, I'm afraid, and we'll take the gentleman in the back over there.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Doha. I would like to ask you 2 questions, quick. It's about techniques. So I would like to ask you how many days you allow yourself to rest before the marathon. Also, the second question, do you count your calories intake while you are preparing for any race?
But this marathon, and I didn't have any day. Oh, back then, okay. I most of the time, actually, I cut down 2 weeks before. But especially the last 3-4 days, I just jog very slow. I think everybody can beat me the last 2 days if they're around me. I really joke, I have to, because the past is done 2 weeks before, wherever you do the speed. Speed, no problem, even if you do a stride, but especially the long distance, you have to finish before 2 weeks or 10 days before. But I try to move. And the other thing, I don't really count. I don't measure my food. I don't like it. But I try to eat healthy. And if you eat healthy, you exercise, you don't need to measure the food and get stressed. And I'm happy with myself. And that's, I think, if we all happy with ourselves and exercise, I exercise to become stronger. Even if I stop as a pro, I don't think so I'm going to stop it exercising.
Thank you, Sifan. I'm sure there are so many other questions, but unfortunately our time has run out. I'd like to once again thank you so much for being with us. You're truly a champion, not just on the pitch, but also off of the track as well. So thank you so much for sharing so much wisdom here with us today. Sifan is going to, as I mentioned before, have run a run outside on the pitch right after this. So for those of you who are interested, it's a community run open to all. So please do join us. Thank you so much, Sifan, and we hope to see you win more medals, inshallah.
Thank you so much, all of you. I love you guys, and you guys are amazing. Please keep moving and keep trying everything. Thank you. Have a good time. I love it.